Your daily mass readings and gospel commentary coming right up.
A reading from the first book of Kings, chapter 11, verse 29 to 32, and chapter 12, verse 19. Jeroboam left Jerusalem, and the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, met him on the road. The two were alone in the area, and the prophet was wearing a new cloak. Ahijah took off his new cloak, tore it into 12 pieces, and said to Jeroboam, "Take 10 pieces for yourself. The Lord, the God of Israel, says, I will tear away the kingdom from Solomon's grasp, and will give you 10 of the tribes. 1 tribe shall remain to him for the sake of David my servant, and of Jerusalem, the city I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel." Israel went into rebellion against David's house to this day. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
The responsorial psalm. The response is, I am the Lord, your God, hear my voice.
I am the Lord your God, hear my voice.
There shall be no strange God among you, nor shall you worship any alien God. I, the Lord, am your God, who led you forth from the land of Egypt.
I am the Lord your God, hear my voice.
My people heard not my voice, and Israel obeyed me not. So I gave them up to the hardness of their hearts. They walked according to their own counsels.
I am the Lord your God, hear my voice.
If only my people would hear me, and Israel walk in my ways, quickly would I humble their enemies. Against their foes I would turn my hand.
I am the Lord your God, hear my voice.
He makes the deaf hear and the dumb speak. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark. Returning from the district of Tyre, Jesus went by way of Sidon towards the Sea of Galilee, right through the Decapolis region. And they brought him a deaf man who had an impediment in his speech, and they asked him to lay his hand on him. He took him aside in private, away from the crowd, put his fingers into the man's ears, and touched his tongue with spittle. Then looking up to heaven, he sighed, and he said to him, Ephata, that is, be opened. And his ears were opened, and the ligament of his tongue was loosened, and he spoke clearly. And Jesus ordered them to tell no one about it. But the more he insisted, the more widely they published it. Their admiration was unbounded. He has done all things well, they said. He makes the deaf hear and the dumb speak. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Thomas Edison was hard of hearing. He once wrote, I have not heard a bird sing since I was 12 years old. He also found advantage in having hearing difficult. He said that it helped him concentrate on his work. Jesus heals a person with hearing and speech impairment. It is a merciful action of Jesus. Most of the times, the difficult in speech and the hearing go together. Since sound is not heard, the necessity to speak does not arise. Today, the words deaf and dumb are considered derogatory. The people with speech difficulty are able to communicate by signs. For those who with hearing impairment, other senses become active. Those who can speak and hear need the mercy of Jesus. The conversation, listened or spoken, are not constructive. Also, there is refusal to hear the cry of the poor and to speak against the denial of rights to the weak. So Jesus has to order to us, Ephata, Lord, today help me to avoid the gospel and make me a voice of the poor and the needy.
For more amazingly short and yet rich mass preparation resources, like and subscribe to this channel. Omukristo Omukristo.